lock and load launch. What to do if you missed the rocket ship? This is only the beginning. Our mission is to bring a game where you can have real fun and earn tokens. Ghosts are coming soon, as well as the Castle Land mode and the most awaited Castle Heist. This is a revolution in NFT games worldwide. And best of all, we have a bonus farm in the first month. Don't miss out. Get aboard and be an early adopter. Buy your mouse heroes and start farming now.
Hi, Cornelius. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. The Exmos, how are you? Hi, Charlie. I really want to play this game. Well, you can. Later on, we'll be talking about the different game modes that you can enjoy and what you can expect. So you're watching the right video. Lee, hello. Lee Logan. Ninya and Ziggy, hello po. Arnie, hi. Jerome B, hello. Thank you so much for blowing up our live chat. Before we call on our special guest, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and share this live stream to our friends and to the Mouse Hunt community. All right, so we have giveaways, we have NFT giveaways prepared for you guys. So if you want a chance to win those NFTs, just make sure to send in the best question. So it's going to be a little bit different compared to the AMAs that we're used to doing. While we are actually talking to our guest later, for example, we're talking about game modes. You can send in questions related to that topic, and then we'll start picking out the questions. So we'll be collecting all of your names, and then at the end of the video, all of the chosen names will be put in a wheel of names, and basically we're going to pick out the winners there. So all right, I won't keep I won't keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's call on our guest. For today, we have Pedro D'Andrea, the CEO of Mouse Hunt. Hi, Pedro. How are you?
Hey Mulan, how's it going? I'm
So
all good.
excited. So excited to have you here. How's it going there? I know it's a different time zone. Have you just woken up? How's everything?
Yeah, it's 9 a.m. here. I think it's a great time to start the day with an AMA. It always gives me a lot of energy to talk to
Mhm.
people and be close to the community. So I think it's the perfect time.
I think so too. And I hope you find like the warmth, the warm welcome of the Filipino spirit. Again, so excited to have you here. Can you, I think it's best to start the AMA by getting to know you. Can you tell us more about yourself?
Sure. As some of you know, I'm Pedro. I'm the CEO of Mouse Hunt. I've been working in the game industry for more than 5 years now. I started doing other stuff before game industry. I've worked in the consumer's good industry on Kimberly Clark. I was a data analyst there. I worked in Roche Pharmaceuticals as a project manager and
Wow.
strategic. Yeah, I did a lot of different stuff in my life,
Mhm,
but the love for games was always there. And
mhm,
at some point in my career, I decided to move to Canada, to Vancouver,
mhm,
to do a game design course, and that's where I mean I've done some online courses before, just throwing everything in the air and going to
mhm,
Vancouver and I really felt like I had a knack for the game design thing, so I decided to give it a proper chance and go abroad, try a game design course. And before the end of the course, of the 1 year course, I was already working as a game designer in the game industry on Tekken from
mhm.
Bandai
Oh,
Namco.
wow. It's
Um,
amazing.
yeah, it was really really cool. And then I moved to Skybox Labs and working on indie games. And then I moved to Halo Infinite actually as a
Mhm,
level designer. And then I moved to Gears of War as also as a level designer. So I was very lucky and happy on my career that I was able to, even in the short 4 to 5 years that I worked, I was able to
Mhm.
work in different titles and different companies. So that really gave me the experience to understand how games are made. I've had AAA experience, I've had double A experience, indie experience.
Mhm.
So I decided to bring Mouse Hunt to the blockchain. Mouse Hunt was a game actually that we started doing in 2018 with a
Mhm.
couple friends, and the game was made a lot of success back then. Everyone loved it. We brought it to the US on different game events. On Atlanta, on DreamHack, on the esports events. We had our booth set up there, so thousands of players were playing it live. The multiplayer version of Mouse
Mhm.
Hunt, and at that time it was just local area network version. So that's why we haven't released the full version online yet. That's on the
Mhm.
development right now, and it was a great experience with Mouse Hunt, but we didn't feel like it was the right time to launch it to public. We were not having great deals with publishers at the time, so the publishers,
Mhm.
they basically wanted to have full control of our IP, take 70% of the profits. It was just very
That's
bad
hurtful.
deals. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're
Mhm.
like,
I'm
we
glad you
love the
didn't push
game.
through.
Yeah, we don't want to give it away. So
Mhm.
that's when we decided to go work in the industry, gain some experience and everything. And then last year, with the big boom at the play to earn industry, we look at Mouse Hunt. It was like, this is the perfect game. We have
Yeah.
your mouse heroes, you have your ghost villains, you have your haunted
Mhm.
castles that's going to become lands, and then you can have all the objects in the castle that can get possessed by the ghosts. So it's just such a good IP, intellectual property that actually fits this universe, right? The
Mhm.
game is easy to understand what's going on, but it's a lot of
Mhm.
fun. It's easy to get into, but hard to master. So we just saw so much synergy with the blockchain industry and how the other games have been developed. But
Yeah.
we feel we have something special because it's a game that it's not a copy of another game, right? It's an
Mhm.
original
Mhm.
IP, and we feel that that's what's really gonna make us stand out in this market. In 1, 2, 3 years, when these big companies from traditional gaming industry, when they're coming back, or not coming
Mhm.
back, but coming first to
Transitioning,
the
yeah.
blockchain gaming industry, right? They'll be here, but
Mhm.
we hope to shine through with our original IP, and of course our amazing team. Yeah.
Mhm. I think your you sharing your rich background reflects what we can expect from Mouse Hunt. There are so many unique elements that will surprise people. Like again, very similar to your background from your roots, and I love that you have experiences again, just mirroring what you said. Your triple A, double A, and even indie experience, we can see that here, and it shines through to the things that you are doing and how you are planning things, how you are going about the things. And what's also helpful is that you are a gamer yourself. So you know what people would
Absolutely.
want. And of course, you want to develop a game that's fun. It's fun for everyone and even fun to you. And I'm excited to cover all of those facets. So many, the NFTs. But I think it's best to start with the game modes. These are the key pieces, I think, why Mouse Hunt is trending in the Philippines because you have unique game modes. So you have Lock and Load, just for single players, Castle Heist, and Ghost gameplay. So walk us through what we can expect from each game modes.
Absolutely. And do you mind if I share my screen while I talk for through the first
Yes,
game mode
of
here?
course.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is the lock and load game mode. It's the
Mhm.
first game mode that we've created, and it's a single player game mode of you assemble your squad of mouse heroes, and you send them on a mission to collect mouse hound tokens. So this game mode is to get people ready for the castle heist. It's to give
Mhm.
back to the early adopters a way of farming tokens, getting very good NFTs, and getting ready for everything that is to come in
Mm-hmm.
our universe. So on this game mode, you have your mice list. So these are actual NFTs that are on my
Mm-hmm.
MetaMask wallet, and you can see some of them are resting.
Mm-hmm.
None of them are farming right now. I wanted to wait for this live to send my team to farm.
Oh yeah,
I'm
so we can show them.
Yeah. So I even left one here sleeping on the floor. It's gotten exhausted because it worked
Yeah.
all night. So now it's exhausted sleeping on the floor. And so what I need to do here, I send it to rest first, and then
Mm-hmm.
it goes back to the campfire that we call this. And then what we do is we send them to loot, and
Mm-hmm.
they spawn on this level, and you can see them running around and farming mouse hunt tokens. You're gonna see it. And when we come back here, you can see that I have a synergy here. So every mouse hero, they have a rarity, right? The
Mm-hmm.
legendaries, the epics, and there's the rares and commons as well. And
Mm-hmm.
they have traits, and these traits are one of the most important things in Mouse Hunt, because when you collect mouse heroes that have the same traits, clumsy server with clumsy server here, and this one is just clumsy and uniformed,
Mm-hmm.
they perform combos, and you can see I have a huge bonus of farm here of
Yeah.
124.75%.
It's
So the
it has
more
such a huge impact.
it has, yes, yes. So that was part of. We know that like this is not a lot of gameplay. It's not like this game is revolutionary on the gameplay side. This game mode,
Mm-hmm.
the next game mode, yes, that will be revolutionary on the gameplay and innovative on the gameplay with the ghost gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
But we also wanted to create something special, even in this kind of autoplay mode, where we want to reward. We always want to reward players that engage with the game, that are aware of the game mechanics, and that are part of
Mm-hmm.
the community, right? So in order for you to get a good squad, you need to research the game. You need to
Mm-hmm.
go in the marketplace and search for your mouse heroes. You need to talk to other players. So that's our way of saying thank you to the people that engage with the game, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
um, so yeah, that was our strategy. That's why we built the straight system, the synergy system, also
Mm-hmm.
to because we want to do something fun. It's actually fun, assembling your team.
Yeah.
You go to the marketplace like, I'm gonna buy this one. Oh no, I can make a better combo, but this one's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start making some math, and it's fun.
Yeah. It makes you really think about what strategy you're gonna how am I gonna attack this game, how am I going to maximize my budget. I think that's like the underrated part of playing these types of games, building your team and making sure that they're the best that they can be. And again, I really appreciate that you took the time and incorporated that element into Mouse Hunt.
Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, we are very excited with how it turned out. We think it's a great balance of speed and quality,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like this was done in less than 5 months, in 4 months. So it's
Wow.
if you tell that to any other game developer, they're gonna say like, "You guys are crazy." Like we
Yeah, for
developed
sure.
all the back end infrastructure. We developed all the blockchain integration. It's
Mm-hmm.
really smooth. Everything works. We developed the game itself. This game was developed from zero, right? So even though we've
Mm-hmm.
had already a start with the older game, we decided to start from scratch, clean code base, clean assets. Everything was redesigned, redeveloped, just to make sure that we had a very good base to grow. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the idea, right? This is a long-term project. This is just our first game mode. Kind of going back to your question, Mulan, like the game modes, right? So this is the first one. And actually, yesterday we launched the withdraw system. So we've closed all the
Exciting
loops,
stuff.
everything. Yeah. So now you can withdraw this. I have here. You can see 334 43 actually
Mhm.
mouse count tokens, and I can actually withdraw them. to my MetaMask wallet. Just go through the website, go through the withdraw page.
Mm-hmm.
So everything on the game is working, and that's very exciting. So we have it for PC and Android.
Mm-hmm.
iOS hasn't been released yet.
So later we'll be talking about the tokens in depth, but I think it's fair to mention now that the token that we're able to farm at this very early stage is the MHT, and this is actually the deflationary token one, right? It's the governance token. So that's also one of the rewards. I've read that it's also one of the rewards that you're giving out to early adopters. Can you share with us like your thought process why you made it that way?
Absolutely. So the idea is to at first, be attractive to investors, right? We want to
Mm-hmm.
create a very solid player base of people that are loyal to the mouse hunt. So that's our initial strategy. That's why even that we our private sale was very low. We almost didn't sell to investors or seed sale. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't finish. We didn't sell all those tokens. What we did, people complain a little bit about the amount of whitelists that we did,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean everyone gets an opinion, but
Mm-hmm.
we believe that was the best way to do because every whitelist was actually we selling very cheap to players, not to
Mm-hmm.
investors or private sales or anything like that. So
Yeah.
the idea is that we want to give the upside to our community, not to like just some people
To
that are
groups or yeah,
group.
I get it.
Yeah, that we want the players to
Mm-hmm.
have the upside. Why? Well, it just makes sense to us, right? Like if you're the player, you are my community, right? You are
Mm-hmm.
the blood of this project, right? We're nothing without a good community, without good players.
Exactly.
So
Makes
why
perfect
not
sense
give
that you
back to
prioritize
you,
them.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So for us, that was kind of obvious. We don't understand why other projects don't do that. So that was our strategy. And that's part of this tokenomics, right? We decided to
Mm-hmm.
launch with the governance token. It's a token. It's a deflationary. So if you open CoinMarketCap now, you're gonna see
Mm-hmm.
that there's not even 100 million anymore. So that's the initial mint of tokens was
Mm-hmm.
100 million. But on our withdrawal system, there's already a burn function implemented within. So
That's
every time
great.
someone withdraws, 4.5% of the tokens gets burned. So you can
Mm-hmm.
see that the supply has already gone down. We did also a uh, burning event where we put mouse for sales in the marketplace, and the mice actually, uh, when you buy them, you burn the tokens. So we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
do a massive burn of more than 100,000 MHT next week. So the idea really is to give back to these early adopters and
Mm-hmm.
make sure that we have a very solid player base to start with.
Yeah.
And when once we build that, we can expand, right? We can launch our new utility token, and then it's time to grow, right? Then it's time to expand. So it's really about solidifying a good base.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And I think that is a very, very important, establishing that foundation first, that um, trust with your community and having, prioritizing them, listening to them, and really just giving them all of the advantages that you could give them. I really appreciate that. Uh, the way that you went about the private sales and the seed sales, I think people are just commenting about it because they're not used to it. They're more used to um, having or investing in projects where they prioritize like guilds or bigger groups. So it might be a little bit shocking to them, for a lack of a better term. But I think this one is it's a good way to go about it. So we've talked about this one, which is already available, or the beta testing is already launched. Can you share with us, like, for example, a player wants to start playing? How many NFTs are needed to start? Like the minimum number of NFTs, minimum number of mice.
So really, the minimum is one. If
Mm-hmm.
you can start with one. If I remove everyone here from the squad,
Mm-hmm.
you will still farm.
It's budget friendly. Yeah. If people want to try the game and they don't want to spend a whole lot yet or don't have that money to spend yet, they could start with one.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
We are also always thinking about all our players, right? We have
Mm-hmm.
our whales, we have our beginners, we have all the,
Mm-hmm.
we have a whole plethora of players. So um, we give the option, right? Like you want to have one mouse, fine. You want to have like more mice with good synergy, sure. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
not this one. This one doesn't have any synergy. It's this one. And I need to find the other one with the maid hat. Where is it? Here, this one. There you go. You want to have, a legendary and epic squad. Awesome. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna give you a higher farm than people that don't
Yeah.
have synergy. But then it's a more expensive, so it's really a balance. And I'm sure there's a tier for you, and that's what we wanted to build. Right? There's room for everyone here.
Mm-hmm. That's great. I mean, as an investor myself and as a player, um, that's one of the things that I look out for in play to earn games, making sure that there are choices. There are a lot of, not only in terms of game modes, but also in like the number of NFTs for one to start with, because you don't want to jump the gun right away. Like you want to try the game first, see if it's if you align with the overall vision of the game and the actual gameplay, of course. So let's start with the questions. People are already sending in great questions, but let's start with this one. So this is from Spitfire. Would it not be a bad decision to launch the project in this bear market? Every penny goes down, whether good or bad. How do you see this?
We had a big conversation about that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it our ultimate decision was let's launch,
Mm-hmm.
and the reason of that is because we launched the token on December, so we done pre-sale on January, pre-sale on November, December, January. So we have all this big player base, right? Like we have 15,000, 15,000, yeah, not 15,000, sorry, yeah, 15,000, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
um, players that have invested in the game, have bought the token, have NFTs, they want to play, and the market is a bear, like it went down pretty hard last week, the past two
Mm-hmm.
weeks, or the past month even. April was not great.
Ruthless. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
very
but
ruthless.
we have holders, we have players that
Mm-hmm.
hold
Mm-hmm.
our NFT, we have players that hold our token no matter what, because they believe in the project in the long term.
Yeah.
So us not launching the game is really bad for this very loyal fan base, these very loyal
Mm-hmm.
players that are with us. So we understand, the token's gonna go down as Bitcoin gets cut in half, and
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
just the natural how the crypto market goes. But
Yeah.
we are a project, we're game developers, we're marketers, we are blockchain developers, and we are
Mm-hmm.
looking at the long term. So we'd rather launch our game, let our people farm the token, let our people engage with the product, and we keep working, keep
Yeah.
releasing, growing. If we stop, why, right? Like the bear market is not our control. So
Mm-hmm.
we feel that we must keep working even harder, launch even faster, and produce
Mm-hmm.
even more to surpass that. It's not about hiding and going back, but
Mm-hmm.
actually tackling it head on and going
Yeah.
forward and making it happen.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And during the bear market is actually where you can get better positions at different places. And then when it's a bull run, you don't FOMO at all because you're already in the game. So I think, um, yeah, if people are looking for quick profits, maybe this crypto in general right now is not the market for them. But if you're in it for the long run, as you've said that you are in Mouse Hunt, then yeah, it's worth looking into. It's worth trying, and I hope that answered your question, Spitfire. I guess basically it just boils down to, or it goes back to, the reason why you are in this space to begin with. So yeah, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
and
that answer. Mm.
like one more thing, yeah, just that I always talk with our economist is he's always says, okay, on bull market money
Mm-hmm.
flows, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
any project can get money, any project can get funding, everything goes.
Yeah.
But on bear market, only good products receive players, only good
Mm-hmm.
products receive money. So we need to be seen as one of those good products. We need
Mm-hmm.
to be seen as what we are, right? Like this, it's a amazing team behind a project, a good IP. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the idea, right? Like we want to be an option for people that still want to invest, right? Like even if the market isn't great, like that's what you said, Milan. Like that's where money is made. Like you get your
Mm-hmm.
positions, you get in position for when things blow up. So
Mm-hmm.
we want to be the product that shows that we will be big, will be huge in the future. We have a
Yeah.
great product, and we want to allow people to see that. So we gotta launch.
Mm-hmm. So there are also a lot of things. So we've talked about lock and load. We also have Castle Heist and Ghost gameplay coming soon. Can you talk to us now? What are your plans for Castle Heist and Ghost gameplay?
Absolutely. So for Castle Heist, it's going to be a multiplayer PvP game. We can even show some videos of it.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that'd be great.
let me just open YouTube here.
While
So I'm
Pedro
gonna
is doing that,
go ahead.
please keep sending in your questions. As I've said earlier, we'll be picking your questions while we're having the conversation. And then at the end of the AMA, we'll be having this wheel of names and pick out the lucky winners for the NFTs.
Okay, send them. Sorry,
I
that's
already
on.
have like a couple of questions lined up. And I guess so that we can give like more incentives to those who are very active. If you have really great questions, and for the first one, we chose Spitfire. For example, Spitfire sends another relevant and great question. We could pick his or her name again, and he or she would have two entries in the wheel of names. So please keep sending in relevant questions to what we're talking about, and more chances of winning basically for the NFTs that we're giving away. Hi Richard, how are you? Please let me know when once you're ready. I'll just say hi to everyone um, sending messages. Good students, hello, how are you? Jonathan Nguyen, hello. I hope
Okay,
you all are enjoying.
sorry.
Oh, is it ready?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the video.
So yeah, this is a 2018 version where you can
Mm-hmm.
already see amazing gameplay. This was built not for the blockchain and not for online. It was built for a local area. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
we're rebuilding all the infrastructure to be able to launch this with the blockchain, with multiplayer servers on Amazon server all over the world. So that's what
Mm-hmm.
we're building right now. A version of this that can be played anywhere.
Our tale begins with our daring band of knights arriving at the castle in search of the ancient cheese of yore. The forsaken fortress towering in front of them, beckoning the adventurers to cross its threshold. The lethal chord was struck, and the party was no more.
So all the objects moving here on the are actually the ghosts that you it's
Yeah.
other players, so a 2v2 here.
And then if I remember correctly, if you die, if you're a mouse and then you die, you become the ghost and then you play for the other team now. Is that correct?
Exactly, yeah.
That's so fun. Kill your friends.
And now you're gonna see a mouse dying, and it's gonna become a ghost. So it died.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I cut it there. But as soon as you die, instantly you change teams. You
Mm-hmm.
become a ghost, and you fight for your against your former teammates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's so fun.
the fun never ends, right? You die, it's like, all right, it's time to haunt this little mice.
I think I like the ghost team better. Is that wrong to say? I think I want to be the ghost. I want to be a part of the ghost team because you can move all sorts of things and you make it hard for everyone else.
Yeah, and that's part of why the game is so amazing, because you have
Mm-hmm.
this very different power shift, right? At the beginning, you are this fragile mice. You're
Mm-hmm.
scared. You're moving at someone throws something at you, so you gotta watch your feet. You gotta think every step, every shot. But then you
Mm-hmm.
become a ghost. You can move through walls. You can possess any object. It really is a change of feeling in the
Yeah.
middle of a match. So it really feels refreshing. Every match feels
Mm-hmm.
different depending on the scenario. We're gonna have procedural levels that change every time that you play. So it's a fresh experience every time you play.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I mean, I like that. That's so cute. I like what you said about it being refreshing because it really is. Sometimes when you keep playing a game over and over and over again, it can get really tiring really fast. So I think providing that kind of shift in the dynamic would prevent that for Mouse Hunt. So we have questions here relating to the gameplay. This is from Jerome B. Is it okay to play with multiple accounts or not? If yes, how will you ensure the sustainability of the game? If not, how will you detect the multi accounts?
So multi-account is allowed. We're not banning people for multi-account or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how do we see it? Basically, multi-account is your like a new player for us, right? It's
Yeah.
just a new account with new mouse heroes. So we welcome new players to the economy. The economy is built in a way that the more NFTs people buy, the better for the economy is. The more people playing
Mm-hmm.
is, the more people farming is better, because we have different burning mechanisms. We have the withdrawal systems. We have a different systems on the background that make sure that the more players come in, the better. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so we don't like, it's okay, like if you want to have a multi account, no problem. um
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that we do also is, for example, right now there's a bonus farm for people that hold tokens. So if you
Mm-hmm.
go to our Discord, and you're gonna see that everyone that is talking on the chat has a little icon next to their
Mm-hmm.
name that is their holder tier. So we have the Mouse
Oh.
Hunt
Mm-hmm.
membership holder program.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to a website, you talk with a bot. It's called the Wizard, and you talk to
Mm-hmm.
him. It's like, hey bot, like, can I be a part of the holder program? And then he asks you for your wallet. You sign a message on the blockchain, don't have to pay any fees.
Mm-hmm.
And then we attach your MetaMask wallet to your Discord username, and you can show everyone what's your holder tier. And
Oh, that's amazing.
yeah, it's actually really a really cool system that, like,
Mm-hmm.
one of our developers just did it on the weekend because he was like, "Oh, this is amazing! I'm just gonna do it."
Let's
And
do
until
something
Monday, he
fun.
was ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then with this membership program, actually, there's a bonus farm for
Mm-hmm.
people that hold MHD. So we do
Oh, wow.
some, actions. We don't want to forbid you and punish you
Mm-hmm.
for doing something, but we want to give back to players that are playing the way that we build it to play, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we want to teach people by love, and and not
Yeah.
by damage, by attacking. So
Mm-hmm.
that's, you can't really fight like your player base, right? You gotta
Mm-hmm.
make ways for them to choose the best, right? That's how
Yeah,
we
yeah.
approach problems.
Mhm. That's a great answer, and even an even greater solution because you already know that this kind of thing is happening. Players always create, like, especially if they really love the game, if they really believe in the game, they would go about and create a lot of accounts and use different devices. So why punish them when you can just instead give them separate perks or give them more advantages to continue supporting the game? So that's a good one. I really appreciate your answer in that. And thank you, Jerome B, for sending in that question. We really like it. The next one is from Cornelius. So this one is about multi-chain. So will there be a cross-chain? Will you create your own wallet like Ronin and Axie for cheaper or even free gas fees?
Yes, there will be available in multi chains.
Mm,
We have a very good lead on that because our CTO, our Chief Technical Officer,
mm,
Daniel Portugal, he before joining Mouse Hunt, he used to
mm,
work as a creator of blockchain bridges. So he was the guy that coded bridges between blockchains. So he's very, very, very good at that.
mm,
Right now, it's not our priority. Our priority is definitely launching our product and launching Castle Heist and growing
mm,
a little bit the actual game. And once that is out, we'll grow our attack other chains and grow our player base. We know 100% that that's something very good to do. So
mm,
yes, but we don't think we're gonna be creating our own chain. I
mm.
think that's not worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And in another AMA that I've had, we actually talked about Ronin and, like the separate wallets and bridges that were created by other gameplays. The interviewee pointed out that creating a bridge or like a separate wallet dedicated for a game actually makes it more vulnerable to hackers. So I didn't know that about because it's like more on the technical side, but it was interesting to know. So I think especially with the rampant hacking problem right now, so it's the best way to just utilize what we have, the the reliable ones that are currently existing. So that's a good one. Thank you, Cornelius, for sending that in. And
And
I
if you
think,
can add really
yeah, go
something
ahead.
real quick to that, that's
Mhm.
why our login system is like that, right? We didn't build our whole neo login system
Yeah.
that we have, mouse hunt login, mouse hunt password, mouse hunt email verification. No, we're like,
Mhm.
hey, people need their MetaMask to play. So in
Mhm.
order to log into the game, you press login and you just sign a message. You don't have to pay any fees. It's
It's
a,
done.
a
Yeah.
one-step flow and
Mhm.
very secure. So yeah, that's how we see things as well.
Secure, simple, and very easy. Especially, even though it's a bear market, there's still so many beginners who are entering this space and still are very curious about everything that's going on. So, best to keep it simple to attract more traditional gamers too. All right. So I think we've covered the NFTs, the game modes. Now let's talk about more of the rewards. We've earlier we've mentioned the MHT, that it's the only token available for phase one and phase two. And then eventually you're gonna launch MCheese, right? And now can you share with us what is the dynamic change between MHT and MCheese when once the second token is launched?
So the planning on launching the second token is when we launch the Castle Heist game mode, the next game mode. That's the
Mm-hmm.
economic plan. The difference between the tokens is that the MHD is supposed to be the market mover, the mountain mover, the powerful
Mm-hmm.
token. So every time you're doing an action that actually is gonna change your power within the game, uh,
Mm-hmm.
you will need MHT. So, for example, if you want to buy a new a new mouse hero, or a new ghost, or a castle, you're gonna need MHT. If you are
Mm-hmm.
breeding mouse heroes, you're gonna need MHT. But if you are, for example, buying a consumable, if you're refilling, because we have this design of NFTs that can be refilled over time. That's something that we'll release in the future. Um, if you are refilling those NFTs, you're not really like moving mountains, right? You're not. It's not something
Mhm.
that is gonna change the market dynamic of anything. So that's what M cheese is gonna be used for, right? If you're gonna
Mhm.
change your mouse hero name, that's what M cheese is gonna be used for. So
Mhm.
one of them is gonna be your governance. a token or token that is really the one that has a lot of weight on it.
Yeah.
And the idea of that token is to always grow in value. That's the
Mhm.
that's the goal of Mouse Hunt token, is to increase in price. So that's why we're burning Mouse Hunt token. We're working with
Mhm.
scarcity, lowering demand, lowering
Mhm.
offer, and
Yeah.
raising demand for
Mhm.
MHT. For M cheese, the idea of M cheese is for it to have a stable price, as stable as possible, right? It doesn't matter
Mhm.
if it's worth 100 or 1. It matters how stable it is, so
Yeah.
that people, we can give them rewards in M cheese, and they can have a
Mhm.
stable income from that. So that's the
Mhm.
idea of these two tokens. One is about raising value, being an investment, a hold of value, really, and the
Mhm.
other one
Mhm.
is to be this kind of free flow inflationary token where
Yeah.
we mint more, or we can burn, we can like adjust the economic background of the token to maintain a
Mhm.
flat value. So that's the difference between the two.
That's a great explanation, and I think you clearly laid out your plans for the two tokens. Now, I think you've touched on this next question from Brian Edsel. You've already touched on like the burning and like buyback, or just you mentioned about lowering the supply and increasing demand, but I think this asks for like specific ways on how you can do that. So Brian Edsel says, my question is, what is your plan to maintain or even make the price of MHT or the NFTs go higher?
Yeah, so really the way to do it higher is increase demand and lower offer, right? But that's a bit too abstract. So
Yeah.
when we
Hmm.
go down into the like, what exactly are we doing, right? So one thing is the burning. That's something that we just are really gonna double down on that with the withdrawal system,
Hmm.
with the burning event, and there's more coming soon. The other thing is growing the player base. So
Yeah.
the past 2 weeks, we've partnered up with two different guilds, Unit, and actually not a guild, a game with three kingdoms, and we're
Hmm.
talking with many other games. So we're doubling down on our partnerships, and that means that more people will know Mouse Hunt. We can know their game as well. So there's a ton of
Hmm.
giveaways that we do. So usually we
Yeah.
partner up with a game, we put $1,000, they put $1,000, and we link our communities with prizes.
Hmm.
That's a model that we're using. So that increases demand for the token, right? Because more people know the game, they want to play Mouse Hunt. It's
Hmm.
an amazing game, beautiful. There's need more things happening.
Hmm.
um, and then we also have, let me think, um, yeah, so growing the player base, burning,
Hmm.
uh, and okay, yeah, and we also have the, like, basically one thing that I bring from the traditional gaming industry is the constant release of new features, new game modes. So
Hmm.
we need to keep the game fresh. We need to
Yeah.
always give players a next thing to
Something
achieve.
to look forward to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something to look
exactly.
forward
You
to. Exactly.
invested.
So that's why our roadmap is very large, and that's
Hmm.
why everything that we're building is something that goes on top of each other, right? We have this stacking up mindset. So we try
Yeah.
not to do anything that's not going to be used for any something more later, right? So
Mhm.
an example is lock and load, right?
Mhm.
It's very simple on the game development side, but it's very complicated on the back end and blockchain MetaMask integration. So
Mhm.
we didn't know how to do any of that.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had to figure it out. So that's
Mhm.
why we kept the risk of the game development side very low, something that we're
Mhm.
very comfortable with. And we
Yeah.
brought all this backend, MetaMask, blockchain,
Mhm.
economic, like very high risk
Aspects
stuff,
of
right?
them,
It's not
yeah.
easy.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we did it, right? And now we
Mhm.
have all this knowledge. Now that is our something that we know what to do. But
Mhm.
then we can increase the game development challenge by doing a
Mhm.
multiplayer game
Yeah.
when we already know all this infrastructure. So that's another thing on that will make the
Mhm.
price of MHT and NFT go higher. It's a
Mhm.
new game mode, so new features, new things coming out, and that's gonna bring new players. That's gonna keep the players that are here.
Mhm.
in the project, right? Like if the game is just about this and something bad with the market happens, players like, okay, like this project's that, nothing else is gonna come, and they leave,
Mhm.
right? But
Yeah. Mhm.
if they have trust in the game developers, you guys can see we have a huge team, more than 25 full-time people, very
Mhm.
very qualified in what we do. That shines through with trust and
Yeah.
new features coming up.
It does, and as I said earlier, it reflects on what you are doing, and even in your roadmap. And there are a lot of questions like asking about like your future move or the things that you might be adding on in the future. And this one stuck to me because you mentioned earlier, the importance of prioritizing your community and just making sure that. They get like most of the advantages compared to like bigger guilds or venture capitals that are already established. But this is an important one. So this is from Thor NFTs. Many games collaborate with gaming guild projects in order to popularize gameplay and attract more users. So how will Mouse Hunt fit into this?
So we are working with game guilds. It's something a bit new for us for the last month that we are
Mhm.
going after this gaming guilds. Um, and yeah, we're welcoming gaming guilds. If you're part of a gaming guild, you think Mouse Hunt is a fit, make sure to send an
Hit us
email
up.
to
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, Also, something that we are doing right now is we're talking with um, platforms that
Mm.
allow easier onboarding of guilds. So, for example, we're
Oh
talking
yeah.
with someone that they have a renting system, established renting system. So
Mhm.
the idea is to connect Mouse Hunt to their renting system so that when a guild
Mhm.
wants to join, they can purchase thousands of
Mhm.
NFTs, and they already
Yeah.
have an NFT renting system in place for their scholars. So yeah, that's I had 3 meetings of that this week,
Mhm.
and next week is about choosing the best partner and start working to onboard this new platform.
Yeah, I think gaming guilds are they have such a huge impact, especially in player in games now. Because when for players who want to play but don't really have the budget yet, they go to gaming guilds and look for NFTs that they could rent and just share profit with. So yeah, I think it would be a really good move for Mouse Hunt to incorporate gaming guilds still. So thank you so much, Thor NFT, for sending that question. I hope we answered it. And this next one is again for the roadmap or referring to the roadmap. This one is from Wikese. Can you share recent achievements done by Milestone and your future roadmap, how it looks like for the year 2022? Who are your competitors in the crypto world, if you want to name some, and how you plan on overcoming or being a great contender?
So recent achievements, there's so many.
Mhm.
Because the game is so recent, right? Like, so for
Yeah,
me, everything that happened since we started is
are
recent.
all milestones. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Mhm.
we launched website, we launched minting. So, we have a
Mhm.
very strong, very awesome, actually, minting process. It's so satisfying opening a mouse box.
Yeah,
Uh,
I forgot to say I did actually open a couple of mice, and it was really fun. It was very different compared to other play turn games where you click, you see it, you're done. But I like the touch of the animation there, so it was nice.
yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's such a hard because you need to connect, then you need to query backend, query
Yeah.
blockchain. There's so many things happening on the background,
Mhm.
and we looked at it and it was like, oh my god, how are we gonna make this good for the player, right? It's just such a cumbersome process, but in the
Yeah.
end, like our user experience expert there, Alini, is such a good
Mhm.
person and great professional. Just yeah, nailed it.
Mhm.
So there's the
Exactly,
minting,
nailed it.
there's the marketplace where you can trade P2P. There's our social media. So I think that's a huge
Mhm.
achievement as well. Like we have a huge marketing team with a very strong social media, more than 100,000 people on Twitter, 80,000 on Discord. Um, so those are all achievements. More
Mhm.
recently, it's the play to earn, right? The game is live. You
Mhm.
can buy NFTs, assemble squads, have this synergy. The synergy works, the Mouser works. Then the game reads your NFT. They appear with the proper clothes, the proper hair, proper
Mhm.
ears, eyes. Everything is unique from their NFT. They have unique names, unique descriptions. We have an NFT generation tool that we can generate millions and millions of NFTs. So that's a very powerful tool that we built it ourselves. Everything integrated with Unreal 5. That's the latest game development technology in the world. Uh, we launched the Play to Earn yesterday. We launched the Withdraw, and
Mhm.
it actually was really, really good. Everyone was like, Pedro, the bear market and token is down. You're gonna launch Withdraw. You're gonna kill the project.
Mhm.
Like, guys, we gotta launch it. Like, I'm not gonna not launch things. Like, we have to keep
Mhm.
moving forward. I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah,
So we
because
launched,
we
and
don't know what's gonna
you can
happen in the
tell
next
everything went up.
months.
Like,
Mhm.
so that's people want good projects. They want
Mhm.
and yeah, if it's good, I think it's gonna work. Like, that's my
Yeah.
mindset. So
Mhm.
yeah, a lot of things happening in Mouse Hunt all the time. Like, there's some days that we have so many things to announce, and the
Mhm.
marketing team is like, guys, I cannot do 3 announcements a day because people will think that
Mhm.
we are just pinging them for no reason. But it's actually
Mhm.
very important things happening, right? New partnerships,
Mhm.
uh, Withdraw launch. There's always something happening here, and we have to plan when we launch things to not
Yeah.
overflow our players with so many
Mhm.
things happening. And that's a really good
It's a
problem to
good
have.
problem. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's a good
yeah.
problem.
And well, for 2022, really is the biggest thing is gonna be the PvP,
Mhm.
the Castle Heist game mode, also the ghosts. So the ghosts are coming up. This one is something that I
Mhm.
don't want to launch when the market is too down, because it
Yeah.
does require investment from players to come
Mhm.
in and buy these NFTs. So that's something that we are a little bit thinking about the perfect time to
Mhm.
launch. We are developing them. There's a sneak peek of the ghosts on our music video. I don't know if you've seen that,
Oh,
Milan. Have you
that's
seen
exciting.
it?
Not yet, not yet. I'll
Oh my
definitely check
god,
it
it's
out.
can we watch it? It's just so good.
Yeah, for sure, for
It's
sure.
something like I'm so proud of that. Mouse Hunt.
I haven't
Yes.
seen that yet. And as I told you this earlier, I'm excited more of the Ghost NFT version of it. So yeah, that's exciting. Let me know if you have it on screen. There's so many milestones, especially since you're still building it up. You're in the process of making sure that the foundation is great. So really, there are so many notable achievements from your team. And if you, I actually have their socials in our description box. If you aren't a part of their community yet, please join them so that you're always updated. There's someone asking here regarding this one is from Hatada, like airdrop or giveaways, mini games. If you want to, again, be updated and be the one of the first to know, make sure to follow them on all their social media accounts.
Yeah,
Is
there's a
it this
lot of
one?
stuff coming. Yeah, and there are so many that I don't even know all of them, because I try to.
Mhm.
So I have such a good marketing team now that I can
They come
finally
up with,
offload
yeah.
some of that and focus on
Mhm.
other things. But yeah, join
Mhm.
our Discord. Yeah, I'm sharing. Can I play it, Mulan?
Yes. Is it this one? There we
Yes.
go. Let me just remove the banner. The trailers are really good too. I mean, they're of
Ei,
high
ei,
quality.
é aqui meu papo reto. Ok. Chego invadindo esse castelo junto do meu rato épico. Arma na mão, todos sabem que é sucesso. Sucesso. Sigo esse caminho desviando de tudo que tá por perto. Por perto, por perto. Tá tudo possuído. Ok. Tudo ao meu redor, você já sabe, representa o perigo. Machado voando, piano caindo. Mas sou rato, sou rateiro, de tudo eu desvio. Ei, porque a morte é pouco pra mim. Se caso eu morra, não é tão ruim. Volto da morte e não é sorte. Volto mais forte, não é o fim. E se eu tiver contra você, pode esquecer, não vai ter saída. Porque cê sabe, meu rato é forte, mas meu fantasma é mais forte ainda. Agora eu tô suave de fantasma lendário. Fantasma lendário. Cê acha que eu não tô te vendo, rato? Então segura logo esse armário. Toma aí, ratão. Você até que era meu amigo, mas agora somos adversários. Os valores se inverteram, tá tudo ao contrário, tudo ao contrário. Joga esse candelabro, deixa esse rato atordoado. O outro fantasma posicionado, se tu for combado, vai morrer queimado. Mesa, cadeira, facão, machado. Tem estantes, tem também os quadros. Melhor o rato ficar ligeiro, que se vacilar ele vem pro meu lado. Porque a morte é pouco pra mim. Se caso eu morra, não é tão ruim. Volto da morte e não é sorte. Volto mais forte, não é o fim. E se eu tiver contra você, pode esquecer, não vai ter saída. Porque cê sabe, meu rato é forte, mas meu fantasma é mais forte ainda.
That was really fun. Your marketing team really said pop off.
That's
So
so
unique.
awesome, right?
Yeah.
Actually, like this is a very it's his name is Pedro Quale. You can see that on the
Oh
search
yeah.
bar up there. He's a very big rapper in Brazil, and he just reached out to
Oh.
us like hey guys, I want to play Moss Hunt, and then like I jokingly said, hey man, just make a song for us, and it's like all right, make me a mouse and I'll make you a song, and there you
That's
go.
amazing.
That's his mouse, unique rapper
Mhm.
Quale. And so it was just
We're
such a
waiting
great
for a
partnership.
version. We want a version where you sing it. We want a version where you sing this rap, this song.
Me?
Can we get that?
I'm a
Yeah.
horrible singer. No way.
Oh, it's too
You
bad.
should
Well, you
sing it.
have the
You have
same
such an
first name.
amazing voice. I gotta say, like, you have an angelic voice. Yeah, thank
No,
you
you
so
just
much
want
for
me to
having us.
sing. You're just passing the spotlight on me.
You should sing it.
No, you're
Let's
just
ask
trying
the
to.
chat who should sing it. You or no, or you or me.
It should be Pedro. Everyone who votes for me will be blocked. No, I'm kidding. Well, speaking of voice, I mean, there's this question from Glessy. I think this is a fun one. We should touch up on this one. Will we be able to interact via voice chat? You mentioned like there will be
Yes.
like multiple players, right? So will
Yes,
there be
and what we want to do is that the mouse can only talk with the mouse, and the ghost can only talk with the ghost.
a ghost? Yeah,
So
that's fun.
so can you imagine like you're a ghost and you kill a mouse, and then he changes the team, so he comes to your
Mhm.
team, and now we can only talk with him, and then you can
Yeah.
trash talk him, and it's like, man, don't trash talk me. Let's kill this mice
Mhm.
together. All right, let's do
Oh,
it.
so trash talk is very welcome. I know that there are games, players always trash talk, but there are games who try to censor players. But yeah, I like that idea. I think it makes it more exciting for all
Yeah, you have a
players.
mute button, right? If someone's being a troll, you just mute them and go
Yeah, just
about
use
your day.
them. That's right. But I think that's a nice, it's a really great option, especially if you're playing with, a community or a guild. I hope we have esports in the future lined up so we can really make use of that.
Yeah, we actually have a live event happening in October in Brazil that
Mhm.
I'll be giving a talk there on with
Mhm.
a huge
Fly
blockchain
us there.
event. Yeah, and they're actually gonna set up a kind of LAN house type of esport
Mhm.
event just for us. So that's already on the works. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very
That's
exciting.
pretty exciting. Yeah. And it's a great it's going to be a big year for all of you, and I hope to see the bull run very soon. But if we have to sit through this crypto winter together, I think it's a very nice option to have Mouse Hunt. Keep us company, keep everyone company, and yeah. So before we do end this AMA, do you have a couple of announcements or some information that you want to share with our community watching right now?
Yeah, I'd like to actually thank everyone that was here today. Thank you very much for bearing with us. This is like we need to keep each other company. We need to keep the good
Mhm.
mindset. and I want to remind everyone that this is not crypto winter. This is word winter. If you only
Yeah.
follow crypto, you may be a
Mhm,
bit blind from what's going on, but
mhm.
there's a lot of fear on stock market and everywhere else. Like
Oh
things are
yeah.
going down
Mm,
everywhere. So I think it's not about, we shouldn't be afraid of crypto, but also but keep in mind that it's not a crypto problem, it's a word problem.
mhm.
um, and I'd like to welcome everyone to join our community, be a part of Mouse Hunt. As you see, like, we have an amazing product, an amazing team behind it. We'll be here whatever happens with the market. I mean, of course, we are aware and we are concerned about it, but
Mhm,
we know that we'll power through it, and that our
mhm.
project will reach many new features, new game modes, new launches. And yeah, I'd love to have you with us.
Very exciting to have you here, especially it gives us so much pride and joy to be one of the early adopters of this. And to have you here, it means so much to us. Thank you so much. We know your schedule is very busy, but you took the time to personally share your vision and everything else, all the details that you're planning for Mouse Hunt. So we really appreciate that. Thank you. And we hope to have you back. Maybe a chill stream next time of us just playing
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
game. Yeah, that'd be really fun.
It will be a pleasure.
Mhm. Thank you so much. And again, we hope to have you back here. Um, I think we'll just be. I have the wheel of names prepared here for the NFTs, but I won't keep you any longer. Again, thank you so much, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, thank you, Mulan. Have a great day. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you, Pedro, for joining us. So, to everyone who sent in their questions, I have the wheel of names prepared. Eto na po. Ayan. So, I'll continue speaking in English. I know we have uh, foreigner friends here. Hi, everyone. So, here are the names of those who were chosen. We have Spitfire, Jerome B., Cornelius V., Brian Edsel, Thor NFT, Wikese, Hatada, and Leslie. Ayan. So what we'll be doing is we have three NFTs to give away, and may the best man or woman win. All right. So I'm not exactly sure. Ito, click to spin. For our first giveaway, the winner is Hatada. Congratulations, Hatada. Ayan. And let me just take a photo of this so I'll know who to contact. So, Hatada, congratulations. So, you have two more. We'll remove the name of Hatada in the list. There we go. So, the next winner for the NFT is Wikese. Congratulations. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Congratulations. Um, There we go. And for the last NFT giveaway, so let's remove this one. For the last NFT, we have drum roll, please. Spitfire says Spitfire. Oh no, that was a close one, Spitfire. But this, the last one goes to Jerome B. I will be putting in the pinned comment section how you can claim your prizes, and then I will forward those information to the Mouse Hunt team. Again, thank you so much for joining. Maraming salamat po, Spitfire. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sending in your questions. If you weren't able to win our NFTs for tonight, don't worry because we have a lot more AMAs coming up, which means we also have a lot more giveaways. And I'm also planning to host a couple of games on our Discord, so please join our community there. Ash, Jazz, next time, sige po, we'll ask the other projects if possible na we can include everyone's name para lahat ng may chance, 'di ba? So again, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed today's AMA and dinner na tayo, guys. It's 9 p.m. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to share this to your friends na naglalaro ng Mouse Hunt. Maybe they will find this helpful. Again, thank you so much. This has been your host, Modern Mulan, and I will be signing out for tonight na. Good night, everyone. Maraming salamat po.
3, lock and load launch. What to do if you missed the rocket ship? This is only the beginning. Our mission is to bring a game where you can have real fun and earn tokens. Ghosts are coming soon, as well as the Castle Land mode and the most awaited Castle Heist. This is a revolution in NFT games worldwide. And best of all, we have a bonus farm in the first month. Don't miss out. Get aboard and be an early adopter. Buy your mouse heroes and start farming now.